While Bitcoin is currently breaking out on the 1 hour time frame, on this video I want to be talking about this 4 hourly consolidation phase on Bitcoin, the most important CME futures gap, and I will talk about what historically has happened over the course of the weekend. So we're not going to be running ahead of ourselves. So I will be talking about this, the most important charts and patterns, the most important support levels, what I'm expecting next for Bitcoin, what I will be doing next with my massive Bitcoin trade, and many more important charts I will be discussing on today's update video. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap on that like button back above 800 likes. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And first of all, I want to be pointing out it is currently weekend, and due to the fact that it is weekend, we created the CME gap, and this time around the CME futures gap is sitting around $68,549. And yes, if we're looking back at every single CME gap on Bitcoin, last weekend we were trading below it. So yes, straight away on the Monday we started to see a pump upwards. Then the weekend before we were trading above it, and then straight away on the Monday we saw a dump downwards, and then before that we started to also trade above it, and then straight away once again on the Monday we dumped back down to fill up the CME futures gap. So literally 95% of the times Bitcoin tends to be filling up the CME gap if it does creates one straight away on the Monday. So yeah, I'm not necessarily saying that we shouldn't be bullish on Bitcoin or whatsoever. I'm just more trying to be pointing out that we shouldn't get all too overexcited from a small push towards the upside happening over the course of the weekend. I mean, ultimately, Bitcoin yesterday broke above the downward sloping resistance line and actually saw a slight little continuation higher. You can clearly see that we broke this massive downward sloping resistance line I've talked about yesterday on the video, more than 5 rejections in a row, and now we're breaking above it and we're creating a new consolidation phase. Is actually looking quite good for Bitcoin. And yes, also if I'm looking at Bitcoin, we're creating this massive 4 hourly consolidation phase, and this 4 hourly consolidation phase is about to be breaking out here. I mean, Bitcoin currently is still consolidating in this region, and I mean, this is a little bit more of an enhanced consolidation phase like I was first approaching on the 1 hour time frame. I'm currently doing it on the 4 hourly time frame. So still, Bitcoin is in this massive consolidation. You can clearly see more than 3 times in a row we found support on the lower side. We bounced from it. More than 2 times or 3 times in a row actually already. We've seen some very severe rejections from the resistance on the top side. And basically, Bitcoin is consolidating, waiting for the next move to happen. But whenever we're seeing the breakout, I'm expecting a very explosive move is going to be happening. Determining whether it's going to be breaking out, it is going to be at least pushing us up towards approximately $74,000. And if Bitcoin were to be seeing a dump here and go lower, we're going to be dumping down towards 62.7k approximately. So yeah, there's going to be a massive move coming for Bitcoin, and I can't wait to see how this is going to be playing out. It is going to be massive, that is one thing for sure. And if I'm looking at the 12-hour time frame, we can clearly see Bitcoin exactly bounced from that level I've discussed in the previous videos on the channel. Right now, since we have been breaking this downtrend right here, we're trading in an uptrend, and every previous big resistance level on Bitcoin is currently flipping into support. So honestly, I think if I'm looking at Bitcoin right now, a bounce is going to be likely from this point. Of course, I'm not expecting it's going to be happening so fast over the course of the weekend, but things are looking quite good if I'm looking at the trend. Funding rates are still close to neutral, which is of course also quite good. And if we're looking about where the majority of the liquidity is being built up, it is still trading above us, laying around $74,000, where approximately $5.6 billion worth of Bitcoin short liquidations are going to be taking place. So yeah, I'm going to keep all my eyes wide open on it, but this is going to be the biggest liquidation we have been seeing for a very long time, and it's going to be happening once Bitcoin hits $74,000. So I have also, with my trade, have set up my take profit target around $74,000 because that is the level where I ultimately want to be taking some profits off the table, because I do believe that if we're going to be reaching that level, the risk for me to be holding the trade open much longer is going to be significantly higher. And yeah, if we go to $74,000, I will be making about like 240k, 230k, and for me, it's enough for this trade here. So I'm going to be taking full profit if Bitcoin hits $74,000. And if you want to be trading with me on my next trade, or if you did join me with this trade, congratulations. But if you want to be trading in general, guys, make sure to go to the link description of today's video here. And if you press on this link, guys, you can currently claim an insane deposit bonus, because if you write a deposit $100 in your first 7 days, you will be able to claim a free $200 trade trade on Bitcoin or Ethereum. So if you're interested in that, check it out in the link description of today's video. Going further in towards the content, we can currently also see that basically every single previous range high, like you can see, flipped into support. And boom, here, range high, range high. Here we broke it, flipped it into support. This was the range low in the market, which provided massive support in the past, also provided support right here. You can just clearly see that we're trading in a significant uptrend, and every single time we're just bouncing one of these support boxes and we're just bouncing higher towards the upside. So things are looking very good here on the Bitcoin 12-hour time frame, and basically every single time it happens, Bitcoin bounces higher. So if I'm zooming out a little bit more towards what is going to be next in terms of the big move here, I believe that currently we're looking at this descending bouldering wedge here. You can see we had this massive consolidation phase here where we're currently trading in, and this massive bull market we've basically also had. And this is the first big consolidation phase after this large move towards the upside. So right now, whenever we do break above the top side of resistance right here, that is going to be the point where we're expecting to be seeing a massive breakout continuing higher. So if Bitcoin breaks off $72,000, I think that yes, we're going to see that next leg towards the upside getting initiated, and we're going to be most likely seeing such another big candle towards the upside, and it would take us approximately to $90,000. I think $80,000 is also possible. But anyways, if we break this resistance, we're going to be seeing the next move for Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has been consolidating for quite a while right now in this consolidation phase, to be exact, for over 84 days now. And whenever we're breaking out of it, we're going to see that next region getting hit. And yes, if we're going to be seeing any 20% corrections in the future, you will be definitely the first one to be knowing on this channel, because this is also part of my trading strategy on how I'm going to be maximizing the gains on this Bitcoin strategy. Because yeah, my strategy right now in this bull market is to make the most amount of money of longing Bitcoin, and especially longing those dips in this bull market. And I mean, and this is not the first long I've opened on the bottom, because on this bottom right here, I've also opened an exact long position, but I took profits very early on this trend here. You can find it all back on my YouTube channel. Then also over here, I've opened a long position, which I closed a little bit too early. And also on the exact bear market bottom, I've also opened a long position, which I closed somewhere around 28,000 US dollars. So, I mean, I've been taking like 4 to 5 trades this year so far. Every single trade has been extremely profitable. You can go all back into the channel. Also, once I announced this trade on the channel, I showed you once I was in a loss. I showed you how I was approaching this trade. So, and if you don't believe me, go back on my channel and search for all the results, because I'm not lying, you can just all find it back here. So, absolutely insane what we've done so far here. And what I want to be pointing out right now here is that the big move is likely about to be happening next year, because if we're looking at the Bollinger Bands, we can clearly see the Bollinger Bands is ready to squeeze up again upwards. And I mean, for the last 5 times this signal has actually flashed, every single time we have seen a big pump or big dump happening. So basically a big move here. So there's going to be a big move coming for Bitcoin any moment right now here. And it's going to be happening in approximately the coming 2 weeks here. So make sure to prepare accordingly. I think this next move is going to be upwards, and I think that I'm going to be hitting my take profit target, and then we're going to be even squeezing even higher than we're already sitting. And also next week, there's going to be something big happening, because next week, most likely, the spot ETF from BlackRock is going to be flipping the spot ETF of Grayscale in terms of Bitcoin they own, because currently BlackRock owns only 1,900 less Bitcoin in their spot Bitcoin ETF, which is of course quite insane. And with the inflows they are having, we're expecting this is going to be happening beginning next week here. So far we can see that more than 5% of the total Bitcoin supply is currently also sitting in ETFs, which is quite insane, since they have been launched in like 4 months time here, because 4 months ago the spot ETF launched here. They've already accumulated more than 5% of the total supply. I mean, not more than 5%, but about 5% of the total supply. Around 1 million Bitcoins worth over $71 billion. So it's actually quite insane what we have seen so far. And just think on how much bigger this is going to be in the future. I mean, we've only been live for 4 months. I can't even imagine how big it is going to be in, let's say, a year from now on. BlackRock is also starting an Ethereum ETF, and it is also currently approved. So yeah, this is also going to be doing some massive things for the Ethereum, and especially for altcoins in general, because once money flows in towards Ethereum, it can easily flow towards altcoins. And that is why I believe an altcoin season is going to be happening whenever the spot Ethereum ETF is going to get launched, and billions of dollars is going to be flowing in towards the Ethereum ETFs. So Some big things are happening in the market. Please do not fade the market right now here. We're at the beginning stage of an enormous bull market, and most are not even seeing this. So thank you so much for watching towards amazing new update video. I will be remaining to stick around here because I want to be making money, and I will be showing you exactly what I will be doing next year. So thanks so much for watching, and see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.